Crime Insider, channel dedicated to exploring true crime, mystery, and murder cases. Our content may contain graphic details, images, and audio that some viewers may find disturbing. Please be advised that our videos are intended for mature audiences only, and viewer discretion is strongly advised.
On February 13, 2017, 13-year-old Abigail Abby Williams and 14-year-old Liberty Libby German had a day off from school. The Indiana teens were excited they had the day off due to extra snow days built into their school calendar. The day was unseasonably warm and they were eager to get outdoors. After Abby slept over at Libby's house, the girls asked if they could go hiking on Delphi's popular historic trails. They were specifically interested in the Monon High Bridge Trail, which hosted an abandoned rail bridge that was last used in 1987. The bridge is dangerous, as many of the ties are missing and the wood is rotting. Libby's older sister Kelsey agreed to drop them off if they could get a ride home. Another family member agreed to pick them up roughly 2 hours after Kelsey saw them off on the trails around 1:35 p.m. A little after 2 p.m., Libby posted a photo of Abby on Snapchat. After that, they were never heard from again. They were reported missing at 5:30 p.m. on the evening of February 13th, after families searched for them on their own first. No one suspected foul play at that point, and they were mostly worried about nightfall, as the girls only had sweatshirts with them. The girls' bodies were found the next day, February 14th, a half-mile from the Monon High Bridge. They were found by a searcher after Libby's black Nike sneaker was spotted in the woods. Here's where things get downright eerie. The day after the girls were found, police released a blurry photo of who they believed to be a suspect. Many thought it was from a trail camera, but people were downright shocked when they learned the photo was from Libby's smartphone. A week after the photo release, authorities released audio of a male voice saying, "Down the hill." In April of 2019, authorities added a longer version of the video by one word, "Guys." The public was also able to see the man taking a few steps on the bridge.
Guys. Down the hill. Guys. Down the hill.
2 years ago, the case took a turn in relation to suspect sketches. After years of a sketch of a middle-aged man was circulated, police released a brand new sketch of a remarkably younger-looking man. According to the Indy Star, investigators believe the newer sketch, released during a press conference in April 2019, more accurately represented the man who killed Libby and Abby. Recently, 2 suspicious characters came to light due to court documents released by the Murder Sheet podcast in May. The first of these shady characters was Ron Logan. Logan was the owner of the property on which the bodies of Libby and Abby were found. Upon their discovery back in 2017, Logan not only cooperated with the police, but took it upon himself to show the crime scene to reporters. An FBI search warrant was issued for Logan's property in March of 2017, and though it's heavily redacted, it indicates that while there were no signs of struggle, the victims lost a lot of blood which would have gotten all over the killer. Additionally, it reveals that the bodies were taken from the initial crime scene and staged where they were discovered. The warrant details that only 2 items of the girls' clothing are still missing, and that it's believed that they are being kept by the killer as souvenirs, likely along with photos and videos of the scene. 2 days after the murders of Libby and Abby, Logan expressed his surprise that a murder could happen on his property. However, the FBI was suspicious of Logan from the start. His stature matched that of the man captured in Libby's video, and his voice was similar to the audio clip.
It is special that day. Take a trip down and then turn out a disaster like this.
Guys. Down the hill. Guys. Down the hill.
Logan apparently had a history of violence, as 2 of his ex-girlfriends admitted to police that he was abusive and threatened to kill them. Logan's activity on the day of the murders doesn't cast him in an innocent light. Sometime between 11:53 a.m. and 11:58 a.m., Logan violated his probation from a drunken driving incident in 2014 to pay a visit to the landfill. Cell phone tower data shows that Logan's phone was near the bridge trail and near the banks of Deer Creek, where the girls' bodies were found, in the afternoon. Logan was arrested in March of 2017 for violating his parole and subsequently released in January of 2018. He was never officially named a suspect or charged with the Delphi murders. In January of 2020, the 82-year-old died from COVID-19, leaving plenty of questions behind. Another disturbing suspect in the case was 28-year-old Keegan Kline. 2 years ago, Kline was arrested and charged on counts of child pornography and child exploitation. Authorities state that Kline has admitted to being the owner of a social media account with the handle Anthony_shots, which he used to communicate and solicit nudes from minors. This account, and presumably Kline, was confirmed to have been in contact with Libby German. In fact, as one of the last people to speak with her, he discussed meeting up with her on the Monon High Bridge. Kline, however, denies any involvement in the murders, claiming that he wasn't the only one with access to the phony social media account. He allegedly gave his password to a lot of people. One of the court documents revealed by the murder sheet shows that Kline was temporarily moved from local custody into the hands of the Indiana State Police, who are the lead investigators in the Delphi murders case. While the location is roughly 40 miles from where Abby and Libby were found, it's much closer to the family home of Keegan Kline. It's unclear what the officers were searching for, and while sources for the murder sheet claim the search is related to Kline and the Delphi murders, investigators cannot say what they were on the lookout for or what case it was in connection to. Today, October 31st, 5 years after Abby Williams and Libby German were murdered, a press conference was called by the Indiana State Police to announce that 50-year-old Richard Allen has been arrested and charged for the crimes. Nicholas McClelland, the Carroll County prosecutor, has stated that Allen has pled not guilty and is currently being held without bond. Though more than 2,000 days have passed since the Delphi murders case was first opened, this arrest does not mean the work of the police is done. Some officers have delayed retirement, and it seems that postponement may continue, as McClelland has described the case as very ongoing. The tip lines remain open, and the authorities are searching for information not just about Allen, but any other person. The circumstances of Allen's arrest are currently unknown, as the charging documents have been sealed by the court to protect the case's integrity. More information will surely come to light soon, as a pretrial hearing has been set for January 13th, and a trial has been set for March 20th. One would think that after the heroism of Libby in discreetly recording the man, the case would be open and shut. Unfortunately, Bridge Guy, as he has been named, has managed to evade police for the last 5 years. His voice and image have haunted Delphi and frustrated Libby and Abby's families.